tell you about your bad days. Who's ever had a bad day? Nobody? Everybody. Speaking of bad days, perfect time. Look at there. Come on in. So we're gonna talk about bad days. Okay? So find a blank space. And I want you to draw a little person here. You got a little person on one side? Alright. And over here, I want you to draw a little bit bigger person. A little bit bigger. And I want you to draw a line between them. Got it? Now take 10 seconds real quick. And I want you to think about a decision you made in your life that really changed your life. Okay? I'll give you a few examples. When he said, "Honey, will you marry me?" Now looking back, you go, "I should have fucking said no." So I want you to think about some decision. You know, I said yes, so y'all are happy. But then there are some, like, I'll give you a couple big ones. Which college to go to. I mean, if you decided a different college, you might have married a different person, right? You might have gone into a different field. You might have been an engineer instead of an artist. Whether to even go to college. Now here's a big one. I know it's a little bit controversial, but it's really important. Whether or not to keep the baby. Yep. That is a huge life decision. And it doesn't matter how old you are. See, y'all think of little kids, 16-year-old girl. No, any point in your life, you might be happily married. Deciding to keep that baby is a major life decision. Everyone agree? Yep. So pick one. Pick one. Going to culinary school, going back to school, retiring, anything. Moving. It could be something small. Letting the in-laws move in with you. So y'all got something? Okay. So we're gonna talk about Dr. V. Can I share with you something that changed my life? Yes. Yes? No?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Please.
So it's about when I was about 22 years old. So I want you underneath the small person, put how old you were when you made that decision. How old you were. So you know, I went to Rice and I graduated. I was getting ready for med school, and I've told you before I was a terrible student. I never went to class. Don't worry if your surgery's on Monday, you're good now. I drank too much. I never studied. And somehow I got decent enough grades, and I always thought I was going to be a doctor. So it comes a time at school, your senior year, you have to take a test called the MCAT. The MCAT is one of the things that gets you into med school, and it's a major criteria. If you score well on it, you're more likely to get in. If you don't, they're not going to let you in, right? So I wake up one day and I said, "Oh shit, man, I got to study for this test." But I've been such a terrible student, I said I need to take a review class. And back then there was a company, I mean, they might still be around, Kaplan?
Yeah.
Are they still around?
Yeah.
Guess how much their review course was? This was 1995.
5,000.
No, it was $1,000. But that was a lot of money for a college student, man. I was like, damn, $1,000. But they talked me into it. They said, we have these Saturday classes. You come every single Saturday. We have this library studio, you have all these workbooks, you'll have a big set of workbooks, you'll have a tutor, you'll have audio in case you want to come, maybe you're an audio listener, you'll have old tests you can look at that we've kind of mocked up. And I thought, all right, it's worth it, right? So, question to you. How many Saturday sessions do you think I went to?
None.
You're so pessimistic. None. I went to 2, okay? I went to 2. The first one, so they could tell me what I needed to do to study and tell me about all the perks they had. And then the second one, I went there and I was so hungover, I was like, oh my God, I'm not coming back. So then, how many times do you think I went to their special library and listened to audiobooks and that sort of stuff? God, what are you? What, 3 times. It was painful. I was really suffering. I was really hungover, that sort of stuff. So anyway, so comes the test time, and I realized, man, I don't know if I'm prepared for this stuff. So I took the test. I take the test, and at the end of the test, this is 95, so it's not on computer. It's still Scantron, right? And it's a big, long test. It's an all-day long test. There's a writing sample, all this stuff. So, at the end of the test, you're given the choice to either submit your score, submit the test, or deny the test and say you want to take over and you don't know the score. The test is not graded, but it's not submitted. So it turns out you can take the MCAT as many times as you want, but if you score badly the first time, that weighs in their mind. So I'm leaving, I'm getting ready to turn in my test, and I'm walking to turn it on, and the guy says to me, like, do you want this to count or not? And I looked at it, and this is my moment. And I went, I better not. I better not turn this in. So I X'd it out so that they wouldn't grade it. And I'm leaving there, and all my friends were like, Doug, how'd you do? I thought it was pretty great. I'm having a great time. I'm just walking around going, oh, fuck, I gotta study again. So this next time, I went back to Kaplan, and then I actually studied. And I retook the test, so now I have to repay the fees, I have to restudy, all that sort of stuff. I decided to go to the Saturday sessions, I started doing my work, I took the test, and I turned it in for a score, and I scored it really well. So I got into med school. Yay? Round of applause, yay? Med school. So fast forward, now I'm a 45-year-old kick-ass surgeon, yes?
Yeah.
But if I had submitted that first test and scored badly, there's a chance I might not have gotten into med school. Right?
You'd be selling poop.
I'd be selling poop. There's a chance I might not be here because a lot could happen. I could have lost my confidence. I might have said, oh, I'm not a good test taker. I don't have the money for this again. I could have gotten a girl pregnant. I could have done all sorts of stuff that could have altered my life, right? Does that make sense what I'm saying? So, the lesson number one takeaway is this. Be kind to your future self. Now, whatever it was from the divine that came down through me that told me, don't turn in this test, Duck, it was trying to tell me to be kind to my future self. Like there's a bigger purpose for you. There's something else you gotta do. And I've always known that as a little kid. And oddly, that was one of the few times I actually listened to it. So moving forward, I need you to be kind to your future self. Now here's why. If you've had a bad day, maybe you've had a bad day today. Your bad day today, your bad week this week, is because of something you did last week. Your bad day today was because of something you did or didn't do yesterday. I stayed up too late yesterday to midnight. Now I'm a little bit tired today. If you understand this concept, then you'll turn off the television at 10 o'clock and go to bed instead of watching another rerun. You watch that other rerun, you get up the next day, now you're all groggy, you're late for your appointment or late for your meeting, or you're just not all there. You know, sometimes you're all groggy all day long. That's not because your coworker is a bitch, it's because you didn't go to bed early. You need to be kind to your future self. See, this took, do some Asian math, 23 years for this to come to fruition. But it didn't have to. It could be something as simple as yesterday. It's you sticking to your OptiFast so you get ready for surgery on Monday. It's you doing your 1,200 calorie week because a week from now you're gonna have to weigh in. If you don't lose your pound and you gain weight next week, it's because of something you did today. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So you want to draw another person here, and this is your like tomorrow self. So the question is, what is it that I need to do today? What is it that I'm not doing today that I should be doing to be kind to this tomorrow dude? Clean out the pantry, get rid of the junk, fold the laundry.
Green smoothies.
Green smoothies for breakfast, go grocery shopping so that you're prepared when you're out of town, all sorts of stuff. And when you start acting like Everything you're doing is an act of kindness for your future self, not your current self. Because the mistake people make is this: they'll splurge on clothes and stuff for their current self, like today. But those new pair of shoes don't do jack for your future self, unless it's like to get a job or something. But just to blow money, does that make sense? Proximity, meeting people, writing down your goals, learning to meditate, coming to group sessions, that's trying to prepare yourself, your future self, for success. And that's what y'all should be thinking about from now on. Does that make sense? Good talk?
Yes.
Good, yes? Woo, we're 3 minutes over time. Get out of here. Go be kind to yourself. Dr. Vuong here. If you like this video, I hope you will come learn from me live in person at my first ever Dr. V weekend workshop. I'm calling it Unleash the Sleeve Within. All right? So it's in Albuquerque, March 23rd through the 25th. There's a link to it below the video. I hope to see you there. Cool? Bye.